Have you ever drizzled olive oil over a fresh salad and wondered, what exactly is this golden elixir? It's rich, smooth, and somehow makes everything taste better. But here's the real question. How does it go from tiny olives hanging on trees to the bottled perfection in your kitchen? The answer is far more fascinating than you'd expect. Olive oil isn't just food. It's history, science, and pure craftsmanship in a bottle. For over 6,000 years, civilizations have pressed olives, searching for that perfect liquid gold. And today, the process is bigger, faster, and more advanced than ever before. But don't be fooled. Despite the high-tech machinery, olive oil production still relies on something ancient, something irreplaceable. What is it? From sprawling olive groves to high-speed centrifuges, every step of this journey hides a secret that changes the final taste. And by the end of this, you'll never look at a bottle of olive oil the same way again. Every bottle of olive oil starts with something deceptively simple, an olive. But here's the thing. Not all olives are created equal. Some will become the rich, flavorful oil we love, while others won't make the cut. So, what separates the best from the rest? It all begins in the olive groves, where nature and patience work together in ways you wouldn't expect. Olive trees are survivors. With twisted trunks and silvery leaves, they thrive in the world's sunniest regions: Spain, Italy, Greece, and beyond. But here's a surprising fact. An olive tree only produces fruit every other year. That means farmers must plan years in advance, betting on the right weather, the right soil, and the right moment. And even when everything goes perfectly, there's still one critical decision that changes everything: the harvest. Timing is everything. Pick too early and the oil will be sharp and bitter. Wait too long and it loses its magic. Traditionally, olives were picked by hand, a slow, painstaking process. But today, massive mechanical harvesters shake the trees, sending olives tumbling down like a green and black rainstorm. But what happens next is even more intense, because the moment these olives leave the tree, the clock starts ticking. And if they don't move fast enough, the entire batch could be ruined. The second an olive is picked, something unexpected happens. It starts to change. Unlike most fruits, olives don't get sweeter or better after harvesting. In fact, the longer they sit, the more their quality drops. And that's a problem because bad olives make bad oil. So how do producers stop the clock and keep their golden liquid from turning into a bitter mess? The answer is simple: speed. Within hours, truckloads of freshly picked olives race toward the processing facility. But not all of them will make it. The first stop? The sorting line, where the real selection process begins. Leaves, twigs, and underripe olives are ruthlessly removed, leaving only the best behind. But here's the twist. Even the bad olives aren't wasted. Some will be repurposed for lower grade oils, while others may be used for animal feed or compost. Now, with only the finest olives left, the real transformation is about to begin. But first, these tiny green gems must be completely crushed, and what happens in the next step will change them forever. At this stage, the olives may still look fresh and whole, but that won't last long. Because now, something dramatic is about to happen. They're going to be completely destroyed. But here's the paradox. This destruction is exactly what creates the smooth, golden olive oil we love. The sorted olives are fed into massive industrial crushers, where everything, the skin, the flesh, even the pits, is ground down into a thick, fragrant paste. Why include the pits? Turns out they contain natural compounds that affect the oil's texture and flavor. But here's where things get really interesting. Different crushing methods can change everything. Stone mills, the old school method, create a rustic, robust flavor. Modern steel grinders, faster, more efficient, but with a slightly different taste. And every producer has their own secret formula, but no matter how they do it, the result is the same: a deep green paste that holds the key to liquid gold. But there's just one problem. Right now, this paste is a chaotic mess with tiny droplets of oil trapped inside, and unless they can be coaxed together, there will be no olive oil at all. That's where the next step changes everything. At this point, the olives have been reduced to a thick, pulpy paste, But here's the catch. This paste is useless unless something crucial happens next. The oil is in there, but it's trapped in microscopic droplets, and without a way to bring them together, the entire process stops here. So what's the solution? Malaxation. It sounds complicated, but it's really just gentle stirring. The paste is slowly mixed for 20 to 40 minutes, allowing tiny droplets of oil to merge, but this isn't just about extraction, it's about flavor. This process helps develop the oil's signature fruity, peppery, and buttery notes. But here's the part no one talks about. Temperature matters. If the paste gets too warm, the delicate aromas vanish. If it's too cold, the oil stays trapped. This delicate balance makes or breaks the final product. And once it's just right, it's time for the most dramatic transformation yet, the moment the oil finally separates from the rest. Right now, the paste still looks nothing like the smooth golden oil we know. It's thick, unfiltered, and packed with water, skin, and pulp. But all of that is about to change. At 3,000 revolutions per minute, the olive paste is loaded into a high-speed centrifuge, a machine that spins so fast it forces the oil to separate from everything else. Imagine throwing wet clothes in a washing machine, but instead of drying laundry, this process pulls pure oil away from unwanted water and solids. But here's the twist. Not all oil comes out the same. The first extraction produces the highest quality oil. This is what earns the title of extra virgin olive oil. It's packed with antioxidants and bursting with flavor, but some producers go further, re-extracting lower grade oil from the remaining paste. This results in lower quality oils, which are refined and blended for mass market production. But here's the secret. Some producers choose to leave their oil unfiltered, keeping tiny particles of olive solids in the mix. This creates a cloudy, more rustic oil with intense flavor. Others filter their oil for a crystal clear golden finish. Either way, the oil is now officially separated, but before it can be bottled, it has to pass one final test. Not all olive oils are created equal. Some are luxurious and rich, others are mild and neutral. But what actually separates extra virgin from regular olive oil? It all comes down to one thing: quality testing. Every batch is sent to expert tasters, people trained to detect the slightest imperfections. They swirl, sip, and analyze the oil, searching for fruity, peppery, and bitter notes, signs of a high-quality product. If the oil meets strict standards for flavor, acidity, and purity, it earns the prestigious extra virgin olive oil label. If not, it's downgraded to virgin olive oil or refined for everyday use. But here's something most people don't know. Acidity levels play a huge role. Extra virgin olive oil must have an acidity level below 0.8%, meaning it's incredibly fresh and pure. Anything higher, and the quality drops. Once the oil passes inspection, there's just one step left. But this step isn't just about storage. It's about preserving perfection until the very last drop. So the oil is extracted, tested, and ready to go. But before it can make its way to your kitchen, there's one crucial step left: the bottling process. Here's the thing: olive oil isn't just a condiment, it's a precious liquid, and preserving its quality is no small task. That's why the bottling process isn't just about filling containers, it's about locking in freshness. Once the oil is ready, it's funneled into sleek bottles with precision filling machines that ensure just the right amount is added. But why all the fuss? Well, air, light, and heat are the natural enemies of olive oil, and once those factors are introduced, the quality can degrade quickly. That's why most high-quality oils are packaged in dark glass bottles. They protect the oil from sunlight and keep it fresh for longer. But here's something interesting. Some producers also offer their oil in metal tins. Why? Because it shields the oil even better from light. With the oil now safely sealed and labeled, it's ready to travel the world. But before it can reach your kitchen counter, it has to go through one final process. Once the olive oil is bottled and sealed, it's not just shipped randomly. Oh no, there's a specific journey ahead. Packed into boxes, it travels from the factory to warehouses, then onto distribution centers where it's prepared for shipment across the globe. This final leg of the journey can take the oil from Europe to America, Asia, and beyond. But here's the kicker: timing is everything. Olive oil is best consumed fresh and the window for peak flavor isn't wide, so the oil must be shipped quickly to ensure it's enjoyed at its best, ready to grace your salad, pasta, or bread. From the groves to the bottling line, the journey of olive oil is a blend of tradition and innovation. Every drop tells a story of ancient trees, patient farmers, and cutting-edge technology working in harmony. But the real magic, it's not just about the oil itself, it's about the experience it creates. The next time you drizzle that liquid gold over your dish, remember the journey it took to get there. After all, what seems like a simple ingredient is actually a masterpiece of flavor and craftsmanship. So go ahead, savor every drop. You're tasting the world.